beginning?
What percent of a downtown building would be earmarked for archival type records?
What percentage of the building would be earmarked for archival type documents? That is a work in progress. The first plan of a courthouse, they called it a footprint of a courthouse, had a large number. I can't, off the top of my head, I do have it at the office, I can't associate a number with that. But my suggestion is, since it costs more money to build a brand new building on a Primo site, I have suggested that we continue to store records and store more records at the old off-site building or buildings that we already own. For example, the old county nursing home out on Infirmary Road, that's just document storage now, and it's not full and it's not close. So we need to have some on-site storage. I think the rule for the clerk of courts is like 50 years of documents or some crazy thing. Okay, have 10 years worth on site. With technology, that's actually a very small amount of space. And the rest of them, I say, you know, we don't need to have a beautiful, decorative room to put them in. I think, you know, I mean, they're documents. They don't really have feelings. So I personally think it's okay to put them at the old nursing home. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. You just can't believe the stuff that people say to me. All true. Thank you.
The property that you talked about that we own, is that the Dome? Old Dome?
The property that we own is at the Dome. Yeah, I don't, apparently at some point, it's currently a vacant lot. Apparently something on there used to be called the Dome, so they refer to it as the Dome site. It's a parking lot diagonally behind the current courthouse. The other parking solution is, I'm told that many people throughout the county are very sentimentally attached to the building that is now the courthouse, which, I mean, it's dilapidated and falling down, right? But everybody's very attached, okay? It's not an historical building, not on the register, not declared, but it's old, so people are attached. As far as I can tell, the individuals who are emotionally and sentimentally attached have been part of the community since the 30s or whatever, so fine. None of them apparently are interested in buying it for $500,000, they're just attached. So one option, and I know I'm going to get emails about this, is after we build the courthouse on the vacant site, we could make that all parking. So that was unpopular as well. I said that to the city of Canton. Literally, one of their leadership gasped and said, "You know what people would do?" I said, "Did you just meet me?" So that's just an idea, you know, and one of the things that I think is a fair criticism of mine, or at least on the surface, is, well, you're not giving any of your own ideas. You're just criticizing everybody else's. Then they never follow through and say, so what do you think? And if anybody's interested, what I think is, absent a better idea, and absent some private donor that just thinks downtown Kent is so beloved, I think we either need to buy something that's out of downtown, or we need to just quit fiddling while Rome burns and build it on the land that we own. And it's not going to be primo, it's not going to solve all the city's woes, but that's not the mission. The mission is a clean, safe, appropriate courthouse where people can go in and get justice. And then our job is to put a judge in there and they'll give it to them, but that's a different issue for a different matter. Any other questions on the courthouse? Tom's never letting me speak again. I'm being too honest. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not. But it's okay. Rope?
Thanks for opposing a deal which would have a land swap, which would cause a $250,000 loss for the residents of Kent.
300, but who's counting? Yeah. Rogue is taxed enough already. Any other courthouse questions? Yes, sir, in the white.
What about the Tops building? What's up with that?
Question is, what about the Tops building? I'm also not opposed to that site. Maureen sometimes likes that site. The deadlock now is the city is holding out to see what we think about the East Main Street site. That is on the list of possibilities. Some concerns that have been raised about that building is that the space is too big, and do we run into security issues if we subdivide it? I don't really buy that one. I think that's okay. The only concern that might be fair or legitimate about that is there are some, for new construction, there are some security guidelines designated by the Ohio Supreme Court for prisoner transport parking, secured fence parking for the judges or anybody that's going to serve on the bench, and apparently the actual building versus the parking lot has two different owners. So I don't view that as insurmountable, but that's maybe a tedious or technical challenge. But yeah, I think that's an option for exactly all the reasons that they're complaining about downtown. By the way, the judges initially indicated, you probably read on the front page of the newspaper, and I quote, "I don't give a damn where you build it, just build it." All right, I can go with that. Then they came back and said, I don't know, a list of their concerns, and then their most recent communication in our board office on tape was that ability to expand and parking were paramount concerns to the judges. And I said, let me understand this. We have to build it downtown, but the two most important things are a place to park and an ability to make the building bigger. Would you agree with me that those aren't really hallmarks of a downtown area? Right? I mean, there's nowhere to do either of those things. And they don't really have an answer to that. Just pick the East Main Street site. So, okay. In the back.